Imagine a freshly picked orange, still glistening with morning dew on its shiny peel, being carried into a giant machine that, within seconds, transforms this simple fruit into a golden, thick, and ice-cold liquid, ready to be bottled and sold by the millions all over the world. But what most people don't know is that this process, which looks simple, actually hides a complex chain of steps, full of almost secret-level details. Today, you're going to discover how orange juice is really made in factories. Get ready. Because after seeing how it all works, you might never look at a glass of juice the same way again. It all starts in the field. The oranges used in the world's biggest juice factories are grown in massive groves, mainly in Brazil and Florida, two of the globe's largest exporters. But not just any orange makes the cut. The fruit must meet a precise level of sweetness, a balanced acidity, and the ideal juice content. From the selection of the variety to the exact timing of the harvest, everything is planned with scientific precision. The oranges are picked at peak ripeness, not green, not overripe. There's a precise point, measured in Brix degrees, AEA scale that indicates the natural sugar content, and only the fruits that hit that target are selected. As soon as they're picked, the oranges are quickly transported to the factory, and that's when the tech show begins. Trucks arrive and unload tons of oranges into what looks like an artificial river, where the fruit floats along into a massive washing tunnel. High-pressure water jets and rotating brushes remove soil, twigs, and any residue from the peel. This takes just minutes. Then, the oranges pass through optical sensors that analyze their size, color, and quality. Any fruit that doesn't meet the standard is instantly discarded by robotic arms. The approved ones move on to the extraction phase. Here, massive machines known as extractors do their job at incredible speeds. Each one can juice up to 600 fruits per minute. But unlike your kitchen juicer, these machines don't just cut and press. They puncture the peel with precision, extracting the juice without mixing in the essential oil from the outer skin, a bitter oil that can ruin the flavor. This oil is separated and stored, as it will be used in other products like cosmetics, flavorings, and even insect repellents. While the juice is being extracted, it's also filtered to remove seeds, thick fibers, and peel fragments. What's left is a pure liquid, but it still needs to be treated. This is where one of the most controversial steps comes in: pasteurization. The juice is heated to temperatures between 85 degrees C and 95 degrees C for just a few seconds. This kills bacteria, deactivates enzymes that cause fermentation, and dramatically increases shelf life. The process is fast enough to preserve the flavor and nutrients, but strong enough to ensure food safety. After pasteurization, the juice is quickly cooled and heads down one of two paths. In the first, it's immediately bottled as not from concentrate juice, the kind you find refrigerated and labeled 100% juice. In the second, the juice undergoes a concentration process, where over 80% of its water is removed through evaporation. The result is a thick liquid with a honey-like texture called concentrated juice. This takes up less space, is easier to transport, and can be stored much longer without losing quality. To return it to its original form, it just needs to be reconstituted with pure water at the destination factory. Now here's the part almost no one knows. When juice is stored for long periods, concentrated or not, it loses a lot of its natural flavor. That's where flavor packs come in, natural aroma packages made from the orange itself. These volatile compounds are captured during the extraction process and stored separately. Just before bottling, they're added back into the juice, restoring the taste and aroma that were lost over time. This isn't considered a chemical additive since it comes from the fruit itself, but most consumers have no idea this happens. With the juice ready, the packaging phase begins. The tech here is just as mind-blowing. Machines fill and seal thousands of cartons or bottles per hour without any human contact. The juice flows into pre-sterilized containers, which are vacuum sealed, fitted with tamper-proof caps and labeled with every detail: date, batch number, expiry, ingredients. The quality control here is so strict that if even one bottle shows a weight or seal error, the entire production line can be stopped until the issue is solved. Before heading to the stores, the juice goes through lab testing. Technicians check acidity, vitamin C content, color, density, and above all, taste. Sensory tests are done by trained tasters who can detect the slightest variation. Only after the juice passes every requirement is it cleared for distribution. And speaking of distribution, orange juice logistics are a true global operation. Refrigerated ships leave Brazil with massive tanks of concentrated juice, which will later be reconstituted in factories across the US, Europe, and Asia. Meanwhile, not from concentrate juice travels in refrigerated trucks equipped with temperature sensors. If the juice leaves the ideal temperature range at any point in transit, the whole batch is discarded. You might be thinking, isn't all this a bit over the top? And the answer is no. This extreme level of control exists because orange juice is an incredibly sensitive product. Any deviation can ruin its flavor, texture, nutrition, or even make it unsafe. That's why the world's biggest brands follow standards that border on obsession. It's expensive, it's complex, but it's the only way to ensure the juice you buy at the grocery store is always the same: sweet, fresh, and safe. But it's not all perfect. Critics say this industrial process strips the juice of its natural essence. That fresh squeezed juice, even with a shorter shelf life, is more nutritious and authentic. And yes, there's truth to that. But industrial juice made with this level of care has its value too. It allows millions of people in remote areas with limited access to fresh produce to enjoy a clean, safe, and affordable product. It's a balance between nature and technology. Now that you know all this, take a moment to look at your next glass of orange juice more closely. Think about the groves, the machines, the stainless steel pipes, and the lab techs in white coats, testing every drop. Because behind that simple cold drink lies a massive story. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which food product you want us to uncover next. Here, we show you what no one else dares to. Because in the food industry, what seems simple is almost always far more complex than you'd ever imagine.